I am Leslie Sweaters. This is the show that explores acting in all its facets. We're joined today by Catalina Rodriguez, co-star of Last Call, among other things. She played Sandy Pyle in Jazz Hands and Cassie in NASCAR the movie. We're here today to discuss the acting process with her. Catalina, how are you?
Very fine, thank you.
It's good. You played the role of Amber?
Yes, I did. Yes.
That's great. I can tell by your accent, you must have had to work hard to get the accent for Amber down. Did you work with a voice coach or anything?
Just me, my dialect coach. Yeah, dialect coach.
Very strong.
Has very slow with me. Very slow, lots of patience.
How long was the process?
I was still sorry. It took me. She was, like I said, slow. It took me 2 weeks to get it done, you know. And she always say, "Oh, Catalina, you put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. No one is going to know what you're saying." So that's why it delayed the process.
You did an amazing job. I really enjoyed that. I believe you brought a clip of some of your work.
Yes,
We're going to take a look at that right now. Do you know what it is? I don't know if you can set it up, or is it the studio just sending out a clip with you on every
I
story?
was told that you were choosing the clip.
Oh,
So.
well, let's go to that clip right now.
Oh, that's horrible. I'd never
Go ahead.
leave Oliver.
Wow, that was amazing stuff. The way your voice changes, it was morphed into an American dialect. It's you can't even detect it. It's amazing. I really, admire actors.
It was expensive enough, I can tell you that.
Well, I'm sure with a director like Joe Haven, had to get it right. Speaking of Joe Haven, I heard there's been rumors of you and him doing another film together. Is that true?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm looking quite forward to it. I get to, talk like me. I don't have to worry about, oh, I'll never leave Oliver. No,
It's amazing.
American.
Back and forth.
Oh, thank you. But, I did put one stipulation on the next film with Mr. Haven. I said, Mr. Haven, I will only be in your next movie if I can be a cock.
What's that? I'm sorry, excuse me, what's that?
A cock.
I believe,
Do you know in America you call them police officers?
a cop.
Cock.
I cannot wait to see this. I know he does well with the crime drama, so this ought to be a very fantastic movie. Alright, well thank you, Miss Rodriguez, for joining us here today on Act.
Rodriguez.
Oh. Alright. Well, we look forward to your upcoming role as a cop in the next Joe Haven picture. Alright. Thank you everybody for joining us. This has been Act. My name is Leslie Sweaters. We'll see you next time. Welcome to Act, everybody. The film where we study acting in all its facets. I'm joined today by Slade Rafter. He played Charlie in the film Last Call. And my name is Leslie Sweaters. So thank you for joining us here on Act. Slade, thanks for being here.
Man, I'm happy to be here. I've been away from this for so long. I'm just happy to be back. All these people are so nice.
You probably remember Slade as a child actor when he started in the TV series Teddy Ruxpin.
I played this co-star to Teddy Ruxpin, and that dude was an ass.
Oh.
But I don't want to bring that up. It's all in my book. But go ahead.
Your book, also, you bring your book up. When does that come out? I know you've been working on it.
Well, I'm
Do we have a title for that yet?
I am about 42 pages in.
Do you have a title for it?
No. I probably won't write a title. But that's because I pay people to do that for me. So, they do what they want.
Slade Rafter, everybody. He's a loose king. He plays by his own rules. Just like the role of Rip in Laser Boats. That's a man that plays by his own rules.
Yeah, Laser Boats. wild story. You know, I read the script. I was like, gotta do it.
There was a script to Laserboats?
Well, it was more of.
I kid.
But seriously, it was more of an email. I don't know. The director sent it to me. I said, "Boats and lasers." Yeah.
I heard we have a clip from Laserboats. Let's go to that right now.
Okay.
All these boats have lasers! Great stuff, Slade. Great stuff, Slade. That was wonderful. Before we dig into Last Call too much, I want to just bring up your character of Danny T in Over the Hump 2, Day at the Races, that camel racing movie from a couple of years ago. That was so much fun. I took my kids to see that. They loved every second of it.
Whoa.
You don't remember that one? You
Oh,
played
with
Danny T. With
the humpy horses.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
right.
That was a blast because there was sand everywhere.
Right. I remember that from the movie I saw.
Well, deserts, you know.
Right.
Go ahead.
So anyway, we're going to talk about Last Call. The role you played was Charlie. It was one of your first serious roles since that Teddy Ruxpin TV series. How did you prepare for this?
Well, you know, I like to call him Joe. I don't know if that's his name. I never learned his real name. But I called him Joe. So I said, "Hey, Joe, you know, what do you want me to do?"
This is your director?
Yeah, the director. So he got a hold of me through my twin brother who was doing like something with the computers and stuff. He was like, "Yeah, man, I got this guy. He's an actor. He was in Teddy Ruxpin." And I said, "You know, I can do it. I'll do it." And Joe was like, "Just lay off the bottle."
Right. I think, you know, I see he's a man who takes chances. He wanted to bring in a gritty, you know, real man who's lived life to play the role of Charlie. A man who's had his ups and downs.
Well, the hard part was he said, "You know, you gotta cut back, man. You know, you live in a fast lane life in the slow lane." And I said, "What?" And he said, "Yeah, man, you're going to be playing the straight man." And I said, "Yeah, that's perfect."
Right. And it turned out to be perfect. I don't know if anybody's seen any of the pre-release clips from Last Call. I think we have a clip of some of his work. Slade, let's check it out right now. This is some of his work in Last Call. I really can't wait for Last Call to come out. I have seen some great clips.
It was a blast tonight.
It sounds like you had a lot of fun. It sounds like you generally have fun.
Well, you know, I try. That's my new musical project. Did you want to call it? Sorry. You can bring me into this.
A little free plug for the band.
All
Alright, everybody, he's got a new project he's been working on. We all know he's a music guy. Explodal is his band, and they're going to be touring Indonesia and some parts of Virginia coming up this spring. So
well, you know, those are the places with the least amount of laws. And we figured that's where we're going to start it out.
Is it true you guys have live cockfighting on stage during your shows?
Well, it's not what you would think.
Enough said. Alright, well, Slade, it's been informative to say the least. Can't wait for Last Call to come out. It's been a trip. Alright, everybody, thank you for joining me on ACT. I hope we completed the journey. Welcome to ACT, the show that explores acting in all its facets. We're joined today by Jane Silver-Lance, star of Last Call, also star of Action Team Nitro, where he played the drug dealer Hector, and Blaine Shivers in Snowfire 2, his snowboarding movie. Gene, welcome. It's nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here.
You have a pretty prolific list of work. I was going to start with your role of Drew in Last Call. Did you do any prep work for that?
This was one of the roles, the toughest role I had in terms of preparing, I'd have to say, compared to any of my previous roles. You know, I really like to take a real hands-on approach. I've never worked with with a director that just will will a movie onto you. You know, working with such a well-respected director, but in the arts, and he hadn't really done a piece quite like this. I know some had said that he had lost whatever it was that that he had, the magic that he had, whatever
the Jonathan Avery movie,
the well-known. I mean,
makes it on all of the top 10 lists.
Right, to come out with such a splash like that, made such a huge impact.
Visually stunning picture.
The imagery is, it really
Powerful.
took me.
So, Gene, we've been talking so much about your director's last picture. We need to talk about Last Call. A tour de force performance from Dan Haven as Joe.
It was intense.
Some say pushes the limits of good taste.
This is the least enjoyable movie I've ever done in terms of being on set, because he is so difficult to work with, but you can't argue with the product that is.
Speaking of the product, you know what? We have a clip of that right now. Do you want to set it up, or do you even know what you brought with you?
Sorry, this is my 35th interview today. I don't remember which clip we're gonna look at.
All right, well,
let's take a look at it, and then
let's look at it right now, and we'll come right back. Powerful stuff. I can see that the dialogue is pretty intense.
Yeah, the thing, one of the most unorthodox things is that, you never knew your lines up until moments before the shot was
That
in the
keeps it
scene.
insanely fresh.
Yeah, I would say that would be the nicest way to be able to put it.
But a genius, nonetheless.
And go ahead.
So we were speaking of the role of Hector. It was a stretch for you, but I think, and the Academy agreed. They awarded you with supporting actor award for that. I think we're going to go ahead and look at a clip from that right now. So if everybody wants to check this out, we'll be right back.
Holmes, wasn't part of the deal, Holmes.
That was powerful. You really went to the next level with Hector, and I think it paid off. Obviously, you took home the hardware.
Yeah, it was a difficult role to prepare for. I literally sold my house, all of my possessions,
And
really
even some drugs.
and took to literally dealing drugs.
Well, we're going to wrap it up here. I just wanted to get to the last couple of things. We're going to talk about some of your charity work. You and your wife have your Braille for Dogs program where you're teaching blind dogs to read Braille.
Yes, yes.
There's also that monkey masseuse program where you take crippled monkeys and turn them into masseuse. Turn their strong monkey hands able to massage people's back. I mean, I think it's great. You're giving these monkeys a purpose.
Right.
It's super stuff. So.
Whereas something we're extremely passionate about. This is a new charity that we really got involved with, but it's something that I agree brings a lot of benefit to both ends.
I would say.
Yeah,
And the humans and the monkeys.
exactly. And that's
Not only both ends, but also the monkeys.
right.
It's nice getting both ends pleased.
Circle of life is the phrase I like to use.
That's great. Well, Gene, I'd like to thank you for stopping by. It's been wonderful. As always, stop by anytime.
It's a pleasure.
Where we explore the process with true masters like Gene here. Hopefully someday we'll get the rest of the cast of Last Call under. So thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you later.